Hi, Jennifer from Soul Source Tarot, and I am here to do the daily vibes for around the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's just see what comes up. What do we have for message today? Announcement. So it looks like there's going to be an important announcement, a big one. Everybody's going to hear it, maybe. And not everybody, but whoever's out and about or whatever, whoever's listening or waiting for it, or the right people, or who knows. Either way, there's going to be a big announcement. What else? Oh, we got 2 teardrops, great personal sorrow. Oh. Bird flying, news is on the way. So there's news that is on the way. Teardrops, that one's sideways. It's a challenge. This is some sort of challenge. It might be hard to let something out. I don't know if this is good news or bad news. Either way, there's news. There's going to be a big announcement. It has something to do with tears. It has something to do with sadness, but I wonder if it's going to help or make it worse. Great personal sorrow. This news is on the way. Whatever this news is, it has something to do with something that has been causing great personal sorrow, sadness. What else do we have? Blank canvas. Well, we have a blank canvas. You have the opportunity to create whatever you want. Paintbrush is in your hand. You get to write the book. You get to write the next chapter. You get to create the story. This is a clean slate. The pen is in your hand. The brush is in your hand. You do what you want. You can create whatever you want at this point. So, we have a blank canvas here. There's going to be a big announcement. You have an opportunity to write a new chapter, to write a new story, to do whatever you want. What else do we have? Apparently these ones want to come out. Wheel of Fortune. Well, something is happening. It's positive. This is a positive turn, a positive shift. The end of a chapter. It's interesting because this is a new chapter, new story. It's like a vision board. You create what you want, or piece of paper. You write what you want. You do what you want. You create whatever you want. This is your opportunity, right? This is something positive that is happening. It's a major completion. It's meant to happen. It's destiny. It's a fated event. May have something to do with karma. Whatever's happening, it's a positive shift. It's good luck. It's a turn of some sort that is very positive. Ooh, we got 2 tens right together. So this is the end of suffering, right? This is the death of a situation. This is the end, right? There's been a betrayal. There's been a painful ending. Something is over, right? But it is. This is the death of a situation. Ooh. High Priestess reverse. High Priestess reversed is a superficiality. Is somebody that's very surface level, doesn't observe, doesn't really reflect, doesn't spend time alone. The High Priestess reversed is like somebody that's extremely social. It could be a partier. Really isn't very spiritual. May say that they are, but is actually the life of the party. Is out there having a lot of fun, conversing with a lot of people all over the place. Only focuses on one side of things, doesn't focus on the dark and the light. Maybe only focuses on the dark or only focuses on the light. There's no balance, okay? 2s are about balance. This is an imbalance. We have somebody here that maybe isn't very knowledgeable, isn't very aware, doesn't dig really deep enough into situations. The surface is how they make their judgments. They let other people guide them as well. They let other people guide them in regards to their choices, their decisions. This is also somebody that doesn't listen to their intuition. Doesn't listen to their own intuition, is very reliant on other people. Doesn't keep secrets. This is somebody that is not very wise. Somebody that reveals things. They lack the knowledge to probably know better. They're looking for friends, so this could be somebody that gossips a lot. This is somebody that is very superficial, that isn't very knowledgeable, that may claim to be spiritual, but doesn't focus on both sides of things. There's definitely some sort of imbalance here. I do feel like there's something that is about to be revealed due to a lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, maybe some sort of imbalance as well. So there is an imbalance here. There's also some sort of poor counsel. Somebody may have been listening to poor counsel. We have moving on. And this is a shift. This is a turn as well. So this is moving away from something. Somebody's going somewhere. There's been some sort of lack of awareness, superficiality, maybe partying, focusing on one side, lack of observation, moving away from, feels like it's an energy of uncertainty, believe it or not. This is total lack of awareness. This is refusing to look at things for what they are, for real, the surface, right? That's what that is. Hangman reversed. Hangman reversed. This is refusing to look at things from a new perspective or any other perspective. This is typically somebody that will not learn, that is not learning, that is fighting their inner self. This is somebody that is struggling. They're really struggling, and it's mentally. There's mental energy here. This is not seeing something. Total lack of awareness. Moving on. This is something that is shifting. This is the end of something. This is the turn of events, a turn of the wheel, typically positive. Somebody's going somewhere. They're leaving behind. I don't know if this has something to do with spirituality or it has something to do with a belief or a person that will not change. They will not change. Both of these can be will not change. Typically the hangman can be a martyr of some sort. Could be missing an opportunity. Somebody could definitely be missing an opportunity because they won't look at it. They won't look at it for what it is. They will not. It's like, I'm only going to see what I want to see. I don't want to see it from any other perspective. I don't want to even look at it for what it is. That's part of this. You may be unaware. There's something that is coming from afar. There may have been some sort of hold as well. This is the end of some sort of hold or the end of some sort of waiting period. The worst has happened. The worst is happening, or it's already happened. It's over. This is the end of some sort of party. I want to say the party is over, honestly. Big announcement. 7 of Wands reverse. 7 of Wands reverse can be stepping down, quitting, giving up, changing status, changing position, losing a position. There's definitely something happening. There's going to be a completion. Get ready for some movement. You may not be aware. There's going to be movement, okay? Get prepared for some sort of movement. This is definitely a shift of energy, some sort of movement. But that Ten of Swords is the death of a situation, the end of suffering, the end of waiting. There's been some sort of lack of knowledge and lack of awareness. A message is coming. I feel like there's been some sort of competition Somebody's been in a really, really tough position, an extremely tough position. Struggling. Really, 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 really struggling. That Hangman reverse is somebody that's struggling. They're struggling mentally. There could be a mental breakdown as well. Definitely could be a mental breakdown. Could be a mental collapse. Somebody's been maintaining their position, totally unaware of a situation. Something is happening. There's been some sort of, I want to say, holding on to something, obviously. A belief, maybe trying to prove a point. There's going to be a move here. Somebody's going somewhere. They're leaving something behind. What's this? Seven of Wands reversed. There's some sort of sacrifice here. There's a sacrifice of some sort. This could be a resolution. There could be finding a resolution, making some sort of compromise, or somebody's quitting or giving up on something. Ooh, a resolution. Five of Swords reversed. There could be a resolution. Absolutely. This could be the end of a battle, the end of a war, the end of a conflict, sharing territory, or coming to some sort of compromise. Five of Swords reversed. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? This definitely has something to do with proving something. There's ego here as well. There's definitely some sort of egotism here with these two cards. Wanting to win at all costs. I feel like we have somebody here that is really trying to prove themselves. I don't know. There's either some sort of peace talks, or giving up, or surrendering, or there could be somebody exposing something as well. I mean, these can go many different ways. There could be something that is being exposed. There could be some sort of punishment here as well with the Hangman with these cards. Feels like there's been some sort of waiting period. It feels like there's been some sort of unwillingness to surrender or cooperate. This is some sort of battle. It feels like there's some sort of war, right? Obviously there is. I mean, there is some sort of war. Fighting inner self, struggling mentally, struggling. There could even be some paranoia going on here as well. And we have somebody here that is, or has been, seeking revenge. News is on the way. There's definitely something that is happening that is going to change a position. This is a change in position. We have somebody here that was in a good position. They were standing their ground. They were defending themselves. And there's something about defense here as well. Somebody may be defending their beliefs, whatever. There's lack of awareness there. There's maybe lack of humbleness as well. Always on the defensive, always wanting to pick a fight. That's not very knowledgeable, right? No peace. There's something about peace. There can be peace, but there's a need to surrender, give up, walk away, right? There could be a fall from power. There could be a fall from respect here. The end of some sort of battle, some sort of competition, definitely. There's definitely been some sort of opposition wanting to prove, no doubt about it. There's going to be a big announcement. We have somebody here that has been trying to, I want to say, manipulate a situation. They have been manipulating situation. It's over. It's over. This is like stepping down, quitting, walking away, or being taken out of the position. So somebody's being taken out of a position. The end of some sort of reign, Oh, I just looked on the bottom. This does have to do with humbleness. This does. It has to do with wisdom, wisening up, going within, seeing things, taking time, facing challenges, acknowledging them, coming up with a plan, soul searching. withdrawing from others, taking time to reflect, realizing one's true identity. There's been a lack of awareness. There's been a lack of wisdom here. Somebody's been, too focused on everybody else, too focused on surface value, focusing on one side. They've been, I don't know, there's some sort of belief here that's not, it feels like it's not realistic at all. Definitely an imbalance. Anyhow, I feel like we have taking time out to withdraw and go within and come up with a new plan to realize one's new identity or true identity, right? This could be becoming humble. It could be, notice all the gray. Gray is a very quiet color. It's a not in the spotlight color. It's laid back. It's mellow. It's wise. I want to say humble. This is independent action. So I also feel like we have somebody here that's taking some sort of independent action to go within, to redirect. It's like redirect and really look at something from a higher level, from a deeper level than they ever have been. Somebody's been refusing to go in. They have to go within and look at things. And there's abuse. This is abuse. It is. It's almost like there's mob mentality here. The end of some sort of hold or abuse. There's been some sort of stiff competition, opposition, fighting. Somebody's been able to maintain their position, but I don't feel like it's serving them anymore. It feels like they're ready to move on. This is the end of a cycle. I want to say this is an opportunity to start over from scratch. There could also be admitting defeat, honestly, with these. And if it's not admitting defeat, it could be arrests. We may have somebody here that's trying to humiliate somebody else. There could be some sort of humiliation or embarrassment, trying to humiliate somebody else due to their own lack of knowledge, right? This is being seen, right? The hermit has light. It's enlightenment. It's spiritual enlightenment that comes with age and life experience. This is a very humble loner type of energy. Wise. Completely different than this energy and this energy and even this energy. This is an energy of humbleness, wisdom. So anyway, I feel like we have somebody here that is realizing something about some sort of battle, war, position, something that they never saw before because they never took the time to look. They were only focusing on one side of a situation. Anyhow, I do think that there's going to be a big announcement. I think this big announcement is it's almost like push somebody in a new direction. Not push, it just gives them the knowledge. It gives them the knowledge that they need to, I want to say, walk away from something that has killed them, maybe mentally, maybe spiritually. We definitely have some sort of completions. This is going to a better place. A waiting period is coming to a close. Going within to, look at things. Listening to oneself only. There's definitely been great personal sorrow, and I think that's due to lack of awareness and only looking at one side of a situation. This does have to do with a new perspective. There's no doubt about it. It feels like there's some sort of seeking revenge, right? Power struggles, wanting to prove. Somebody's been wanting to prove themselves, always on the defensive, feeling attacked, wanting to attack, picking fights. I mean, this is it. This is something coming to an end. Maybe it's time to work together. This is a realization of some sort. It really is. I would say that something is happening. It's actually positive, moving in a positive direction. Okay? You may be unaware that there's going to be a clean slate or there's going to be a fresh start but there is some sort of stepping down or change in position here. There could be a fall from power. There could be a fall from respect. We may have somebody that's just giving up on some sort of battle as well. They're just giving up. They're just done. Good luck.